For our next perspective activity, we're still going to be using 1-point perspective, but we're doing something a little bit different. And it's super basic, but it hits really hard because the design ends up being really cool. So you're going to have this template. Okay, now obviously you can see that this is probably going to get cut out and made into a sculpture. Awesome. But the first thing we got to do right now is we're going to use that whole 1-point perspective idea to create optical illusions in each triangle. So what you want to do is pick a triangle to start. Okay, doesn't matter which one because all of them are the same. And somewhere on the lines of this triangle, whichever one you pick, establish your vanishing point by putting a dot on it. Just a little dot, just dark enough that you can see it. And this time you're using clear triangles so that you can see through to see what you've already done and not done. Now for this particular project, our magic number is 10 to 12. So you're going to take your triangle and you are going to do 10 to 12 lines coming from the vanishing point going to the edge of the triangle. As usual, please draw lightly in case you don't like something. It's easy to erase. Just going to try and keep count of your numbers. I need one more. That's 10, okay? And that's a lot. So you probably want to stick with 10 for this. Now, then, what you're going to do next is you're going to think of a shape. Oval, triangle, circle, square, rectangle, whatever. Okay? And you're going to draw that shape around the vanishing point. But you're only going to draw part of the shape. It disappears behind the next triangle. So watch. Let's say I pick a square. Okay, so I drew a square around it. Then, a lot further away, you're going to repeat the outline of that shape. Like that. Now for this, you can do 2 to 3 times. Now for this, I'm not going to be able to see the rest of it, so that one is done. 1 square going around the vanishing point, 2, even though we can't see the whole thing, and then 3. If you do not understand, I'm going to do the next one on video too, and then I'm going to set you free to do the rest on your own. So, again, our instructions are 1, pick a spot on the triangle lines. That is your vanishing point, or VP. So for this one, I think I'm just going to pick the middle of this side. Why not? 2, 10. We're going to keep it at 10. 10 lines from VP to edges with plastic triangle. That is required. You must use the triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Kind of looks like a rising sun or a seashell almost. Okay, now you can go with the same theme of the first shape that you picked, Or you can go with something different. Maybe you want an oval. Okay? So that's how we're going to do this project. You want to get your drawing part of this done first. Okay? Remember, step 3 is shape around the VP, and then you're repeating it 3 times. Okay? So there you go. That is the first part of the instructions for this. So you can get started. Remember, you can pick different shapes for each one, but you're always going to be doing those 10 lines from a vanishing point.